heard someone say, man, I just don't feel good today and I have a terrible headache. We all have heard our friends say this. And did you know that having a headache and not feeling well is the symptoms of high blood pressure? I know this because I have high blood pressure and have experienced this very thing. And let me tell you, having high blood pressure is no fun roller coaster to ride. Today I'm going to teach you the proper technique on how to take someone's blood pressure. Sometimes high blood pressure could be the underlying issue of a bigger health issue. According to Heart.org, about 85 million Americans, which is 1 out of 3 adults over the age of 20, have high blood pressure, and 20% don't even know. High blood pressure is known as the silent killer. High blood pressure runs high in my family. I inherited it from my dad. Also, I work in a field where I have to check blood pressure daily. So, in order to help me demonstrate, I use Livestrong.com. To start off, I will show you the materials designated to check someone's blood pressure. Then I will demonstrate how to properly check someone's blood pressure. And then, once we are done, then you will know how to check someone's blood pressure in the right way. So, you will need a stethoscope, and you will need a blood pressure cuff with a gauge, and then with a bulb. So when checking someone's blood pressure, you want to make sure that their feet is flat on the ground and that they are sitting up straight. Also, if they are wearing long sleeves, you will need to ask them to pull it up. It's always best to get the blood pressure in the left arm, but if not, then it's okay. So you will place the cuff on their arm, and in order to check if it's too tight or too loose, you will slide 2 fingers up underneath the cuff. If you can fit your 2 fingers under the end, then it's okay. But if you can slide your fingers all the way up, then you will need to tighten it. Next, you will need to check your stethoscope. You will place your stethoscope in your ear and you will tap on the end piece. If you hear sound, then it's okay. But if not, you may have to twist the end of it in order to turn it back on. You will then place the stethoscope under their arm, or on their arm, and then you will start to inflate the bulb. You will turn the screw clockwise in order to ensure that the cuff inflates. Once you start to deflate, you will turn the screw counterclockwise and you will slowly deflate. The first number that you hear is known as the top number, which is known as the systolic number. Then the last number that you hear is known as the diastolic number, which is the bottom number. And you will finish until that you hear the very last sound. So her blood pressure is 120/80. So you take the cuff off their arm. It's important to know the normal ranges for blood pressure. According to the Mayo Clinic, a normal range is 120/80. 120 to 139 is pre-hypertension. 140 to 159 is stage 1 hypertension, and anything above 160 is stage 2 hypertension, as shown in this chart. Now you know how to properly take someone's blood pressure. By knowing how, you can lend a helping hand to that friend who just isn't feeling well. And you may be the first person to help them realize that they need to see their doctor. Don't be afraid, and please attempt to take someone's blood pressure. Be that first person to say, hey, let me take that blood pressure for you. So as stated earlier, high blood pressure is known as a silent killer. Help someone today to know if they have high blood pressure. According to the CDC, high blood pressure costs the nation $46 billion yearly, so know your risk today.